Hi everyone. I hope I'm audible. So today we are 1 second. So I'll just yeah. So today we are going to discuss about the diagram based questions that is from the endocrine system. Okay. So before that, let me introduce myself. I am Vani Kari, biology educator at Unacademy. I am an engineer with bachelor's and master's degree in biotechnology and a B.Ed degree. Also a founder of a startup where I grow microgreens by vertical farming technology. So join with us in Telegram for homework and class notes. You can join the channel Vani Kari ICSE Class 9 and 10 Biology. Okay. And the Telegram channel, so you can find this link. So that is Unacademy, ICSE and ISE both. So this link you can find in description box. So you can click on the link and join the channel for updates regarding the classes again. Okay. Hi Akshay, hi Navya, hi 5G boys. Good evening everyone. Okay, so we also conduct special classes on Unacademy platform. So all you need to do is download the Unacademy Learner app. So learn from your favorite educator for free because we are conducting a special classes which are absolutely free. Okay. So engage with educators via poll. So we will be conducting a quiz there. So clear your doubts in the live special class. So now during the live class itself a separate question tab is available. So you can clear your doubts during a live class using a question tab as well. Now for the top special classes you can visit the link that is there in the description. So now Unacademy subscription features, you can learn live from the comfort of your home. Unlimited access to all the courses will be there. Hi Jasnurkor, good evening. So then different educators are coming up with different courses. So you will have access to all those courses. Then top educators of India are going to take the classes in one platform, that is Unacademy platform. Regular doubt clearing session. So after about every 3 sessions, the fourth session is your doubt clearing session. So any doubts you have related to the topics that are previously covered, so you can clear your doubts using raise a hand feature, or you can type in your question, attach an image and send it to the educator. So anyway, basically we will be discussing about the doubts that you have. We will be clearing your doubts. Okay, so complete syllabus will be covered. Mentorship and guidance is given. Study material is given, that is in the form of PDF. Then practice tests, live test series and batch courses depending on your preference. Now you prefer to learn in English or maybe in Hindi or English, any of these batches. So basically you will have access to all of these batches and once you take the subscription. Along with that, there is daily practice section, weekly mock test series, live quizzes, daily MCQ and subjective test series also you will have access to. Okay, so let's have a look at the Unacademy plus subscription pricing. Okay, so now you are in class 10, so you can just try with 3 months of subscription, like how exactly this works. So those who are in the beginning of class 10, so they can go with the 12 months of subscription. Okay, so now you can see here, so overall it will be 15k. Okay, so that is for 12 months. So with the application of this code Vani YT, so you will get 10% discount on the subscription. So that will come somewhere around 13.5k with certain redeem points will be there. Okay, so it will come around 13.5k. So you can go for the subscription with the referral code Vani YT to get 10% discount. Okay, so now let's have a look at the questions. Okay, so all the questions that I have added here, so these are taken from the Together With. Which books are you all referring? Akshay or Navya, 5G boys, just know any of you? Which book are you all referring for work? Workbook, not the textbook. So textbook, I think you are all referring Selena itself. Okay, so if it is workbook, which book? So Selena is textbook, yes. The workbook for practice, are you all referring any of the books for practice? Concise you are referring. Okay, All right, so yes, so that is, you can refer together with, you can refer Oswal publication, Goyal publication. So all these are good, okay. So you are not referring, so that is fine, okay. So that is totally fine. You are referring Selena is fine, okay. So now, make sure that you are practicing each and every part which is mentioned. You are thoroughly studying the chapter, so that is more than sufficient. So you can answer just by looking at the question, so you need not have any reference book as such, okay. So reference book will enhance you, so that you will just understand like what type of questions might come. Or otherwise, let's say you do not have a book other than your textbook is the best, okay. So you can refer the textbook with full confidence, and you are if you have studied that perfectly, so there is no problem. So you can do well, okay. So let's get to the point now. So that is, the diagram based question. So Ratna Sagar, okay, so Navya is referring that, okay. So I usually keep saying this always, okay. So that is basically evaluation which is done in ICSE. So that is, mainly done with respect to Selena. Even if you are referring Ratna Sagar, so that is not a fine, I mean not a problem. So it's fine completely, but make sure that you are perfect with each and every topic that is mentioned, okay. So let's have a look at this question now. So this question was asked when? So this question was asked in the year 2017, okay. So the diagram given below represents the location and structure of an endocrine gland. So this is a gland I have mentioned. So study the same and answer the questions that follow, okay. So first one, you are saying name the endocrine gland shown in the diagram. Yes, very good. So this one is thyroid, okay. So this is a thyroid gland. So screen is not clear. I think you have an option to zoom also. I think you can, 1 second, let me just check if we can zoom this. Yes, so you can zoom this also and read, okay. So anyway, here I don't have an option to zoom it as such, maybe. Oh, this way you will see it. Okay. So yes, I can zoom it a little bit, but again I'll be covering this most of the space, okay. So we will just discuss it like this, okay. So you can zoom it there itself, all right. So yes, let's see this, all right. So now, name the endocrine gland. So that is the thyroid gland, okay. So name the secretion of the gland which regulates the basal metabolism. Yes, yes, very good. So Akshay, Jasnoor, yes, so you have answered it. So the secretion or the hormone that is being secreted is the thyroxine hormone, okay. So thyroxine hormone does the secretion, I mean thyroid gland secretes the thyroxine. Now name the mineral element required for the synthesis of above mentioned hormone. Yes, what is that? Any idea? Just a second. Sodium, iodine, yes. So Jasnoor and Akshay, yes, it is iodine, okay. So you can have a look here. So thyroid gland, thyroxine, iodine is the one that is required, okay. So now whenever a working of a thyroxine has to occur, so always iodine is required. So what will happen if iodine is not there? So there is no thyroxine hormone synthesized. So if thyroxine is hypo, like hypo secretion is occurring, so in that case simple goiter can be there, okay. So simple goiter is basically in the neck region, you can see a swelling of this one, okay. So as it gets swollen, so you can see a swollen area in your neck also. So that is basically with respect to iodine deficiency. So if iodine is not there, so there is no hormone production, okay. So name the disease caused due to under secretion of the above mentioned hormone in children. So this you make a note, okay? So this they are asking with respect to children, okay? So in general when we mention, so mainly adult when we mention, so this is the simple goiter that I was discussing about, okay? So simple goiter is swelling that you can see. Now with respect to under secretion of above mentioned in case of children, so yes, it is cretinism. Very good, okay? So Akshay and Navya have given the answer. So this is cretinism, okay? So now moving on to next question. Name the disease caused due to hypersecretion of the above mentioned hormone. So now you know this was for a hyposecretion. What happens if a hypersecretion is occurring? Any of you? Any idea? Yes, very good. Exophthalmic goiter. Okay, so what is the meaning of this one? X is basically out. Okay, so it is coming out. What is coming out? Ophthalmic, that is eye. Okay, so that means protruding eye you can find in them with respect to, and you know, with protruding eyes they can have a goiter. X is out, ophthalmic is eye, so eyes are out, okay? So they are somewhat bulged out, or we can say protruding eyes also, along with the goiter issues, okay? So that is the exophthalmic goiter. So this is answer you can see: thyroid gland, thyroxine, iodine, cretinism, and exophthalmic goiter, okay? So any doubt in this? Shall I go through the next one? Any doubt you have? Alright, so I'll go with the next question. Okay, so let's have a look at the next question. So given below is the outline of the human body. So now this is a human body. Okay, alright. So then, you know, name the glands marked 1 to 4. So they are asking 1, 2, 3 and 4. Okay, is this diagram clear? So I'll just, if you want again, I'll just zoom this. Just a second. Oh, where is it? I think I did something wrong. Here. So you can see here, right? So 1, 2, 3 and 4. Okay, so these are the glands that are mentioned. Okay, so let's have a look at this part now. Alright. Okay, so name the glands marked 1 to 4. Okay, so which is that 1, which is that 2, which is that 3 and which is that 4. So let's have a look. So 1 is pituitary, yes, very good. Second is thyroid, yes, very good. Third is pancreas, yes, very good. Fourth is adrenal gland, yes, that's right, very good. Okay, so yes, Jasnoor also has answered, yes, very good, that's right. Okay, yes, so these are the 4 glands you will see. So this is now a pituitary, this is a thyroid, this is a pancreas, and this one is a adrenal gland. Okay, so these are the 4 glands. Now name the hormone secreted by part 2. Which is that part 2? So this, just now we discussed. Okay, so give one important function of this hormone. What is that important function? So now hormone we already know. Thyroid gland will produce a hormone called as thyroxine. Okay, so now let's have a look at what is the function. Yes, what is the function? So thyroxine is the hormone. Yes, that's right. Function. Hi Sasmita, good evening. Regulates the basal metabolism. That means all the metabolic activities which are occurring. So all those metabolic activities are looked by this particular thyroxine. So you know, with respect to carbohydrate, protein, lipid. Okay, so all the metabolism what we see, so all that is possible with respect to thyroxine. If you notice, some of the people, if they have a thyroid issue, suddenly you know they'll go fat, suddenly they'll go lean. Okay, so that is thin, so they'll become thin, they'll become fat. So that is because metabolism is not occurring properly. So when the metabolism is not occurring properly, so you know, suddenly depending on a condition, so they can either become fat, they can either become thin, so that is over. Like suddenly in the case, usually nobody will get that fatter within a period of month or maybe let's say 15 days. If there is a hormonal variation, so this is possible, they can go fat or maybe completely thin within a period of 2 weeks also, or maybe less than that as well. Okay, so now name the endocrine part of the part number 3. What is that endocrine part? Yes, any of you, what is that endocrine part of part number 3? Yes, very good, Dakshay. So it is islets of Langerhans. Okay. So what do we call this particular pancreas as? So there is one particular term which we use in order to say that this pancreas is both exocrine as well as endocrine. Okay. So for that we use a particular term. What is that? Yeah. So this one is anyway islets of Langerhans. Okay, so this is islets of Langerhans. Okay, so yes, exoendocrine also we use. Okay, so we can also use the term heterocrine. Okay, so heterocrine meaning is exoendocrine, or this can also be called as a mixocrine. Okay, so mixo is basically both mix. Exo is also there, endo is also there. So mixocrine. Okay, so mixocrine, heterocrine, exoendocrine. So we can specifically call it for a pancreas as it does the function of both. Okay, so pancreatic juice is secreted by the duct, that is through the tube. Okay, so now islets of Langerhans cells which are suspended here in the pancreas, so those are having a capacity to produce a hormone. Okay, so this hormone directly takes the entry into the blood vessel. Okay, so this is also possible. Now why is the part labeled 1 called as the master gland? Which part of the forebrain controls the gland labeled 1? Yes, so you can go with the next one. I'm having a little cold today, that's the reason I'm bending. Yes, as it controls the other endocrine glands in the body. Yes, that is, the main definition, like most of the times what they have asked. So it is, pituitary gland when we mention. So it is a master gland. It will secrete. Basically, it is secreting. So let's say I'll discuss it here. Just a second. Okay, so now it is capable of producing a hormones which we call as a tropic hormone. So this question is important. Okay, so lot of times this question is repeated. What exactly is tropic hormone? That means pituitary gland is going to release this hormone. Okay, so this is the gland which we call as a master gland, and in turn it is secreting. Once it is secreted, so it is controlling many other endocrine glands. So that means the secretion from other endocrine gland is occurring because of the hormone released by the pituitary. So that we call as a tropic hormone. Okay, so now what is the part which, like of the forebrain which controls the part, gland labeled 1? So they are asking about the forebrain. So where do you find? So let's say here the brain is there. Okay, all right, so forebrain part is this one. So you can find a structure like this, a hypothalamus, and you can find a thalamus. So hanging from that you can find a pituitary. Okay, so this is a pituitary gland now. So hypothalamus is there. Okay, so now it is the hypothalamus part which is actually it is hanging, the pituitary is hanging from the hypothalamus. Now name the gland that secretes emergency hormone. Which is that emergency hormone? Yes, so it is hypothalamus. Yes, that's right, as it controls the activities of the other endocrine glands. Yes, very good, Jasnoor. Yes, so this one is adrenal gland, because it will, 1 second. Okay, so it will make your body ready for your emergency action. Let's say you face a tiger or anything dangerous. So either you need a lot of energy to run, okay, or to fight it. So both of these cases, you know, a lot of ATP is required, which will be supplied by the adrenal gland, that is by producing a hormone called as adrenaline, again which is secreted by the adrenal medulla. Okay, so medulla is the one which is secreting the adrenaline. Let's go to the next one. So you can see this question. So this question was asked in the year 2011. Okay. Okay, so let's have a look at this one. So you can see glucagon is given, pancreas is given, insulin is given, and the liver is given. Okay, so now name the cells of the pancreas that produce glucagon and insulin. So what is the answer for first one? For glucagon and insulin, you need to name them separately. Yes, so for glucagon it is alpha. Okay, so alpha cells of islets of Langerhans, and for insulin it is yes, very good. So for insulin it is beta cells. Okay, now state the main function. So there is one more cell, that is delta cell, which will produce a somatostatin. Okay, so there is a somatostatin also which is regulating or inhibiting glucagon and insulin. Okay, now state the main function of one, that is glucagon, and two, insulin. Yes, what is the function? So raises blood sugar level. This is for glucagon. Yes, very good. Increase in the blood sugar, so that is done by the glucagon. Insulin will make sure that there is a decrease in blood sugar level. Okay, so as one consume lot of food, so there is too much of glucose that is present in your blood. Okay, so that glucose is converted into glycogen and will be stored in the muscle or a liver. So that is possible only because insulin is acting, and it is decreasing the blood sugar level. Okay, so that is reduces the blood sugar level. That's right. Okay, so now why is pancreas referred to as an exoendocrine gland? Any of you? Jasnoor, Akshay? Yes. Any idea? So why is this particular pancreas? We call it as an exoendocrine gland. So you know endocrine part, right? So endocrine part is basically islets of Langerhans which produce a hormone. Okay, so that is why it is an endocrine gland. Now when we discuss about the exocrine gland, that is through the duct. Okay, so through the duct the pancreatic juice is secreted into the duodenum. Okay, so that we call as the exocrine, because tube is there. With the tube the movement we can see. Okay, so now moving on to next one. Why is insulin not given orally but it is injected into the body? Any idea about this? Why we don't give this insulin orally? Okay, so instead it is injected into the body. Yes, so pancreatic juice is it is released into the duct. Okay, so through the duct it will be reaching the duodenum. Very good, Akshay. Yes, I did not expect. Yes, but yes, very good. So you are prepared well for your exam. That's good. Okay, so now we say that insulin is not given orally because insulin is protein. Okay, so insulin is protein in nature. If you remember class 9, you have studied the digestive system. Okay, so in digestive system the gastric juice, what is that? Okay, so in presence of HCl, so this is in presence of HCl, the pepsin will act on the protein that is entering and it will break this insulin into many peptides. Okay, so polypeptide formation can be seen, that is at the stomach itself, where the insulin is no more functional. So because let's say this is a chain of insulin which is there. Okay, but there is a breakage that is occurring. Okay, so let's say some part here the breakage is occurring. Okay, so here it is breaking, here it is breaking, here it is breaking. That is by pepsin. So pepsin is acting, and it is making a smaller peptides of this insulin. That means it is getting digested, which is not a good sign, because we are not giving the insulin to digest. We are not giving the insulin as a food for a digestion to occur. We are giving the insulin into muscles over here, so that it can reach a blood vessel, and there is a reduction in the blood sugar level that can be done. So if a lot of glucose is there, so all that glucose will be converted into glycogen, and this glycogen is stored. So this is done by the insulin. Okay, so that is why we inject this instead of a digestion. So we usually do not give this to a mouth. Okay, so now what is the technical term for the cells of the pancreas that produce endocrine hormone? Yes, what is the answer for this one? Yes, so this is the islets of Langerhans itself are the ones that are producing a hormone. Okay, so where in the body is the pancreas located? So yes, again make sure that you write the exact location which is given in your book. Okay, so I think most of you are all ready with the subjects now. If you don't know exact location, you know the location, you can write it on your own, but exact location is expected, like the one which is given in your textbook. So it should be a Xerox copy. So make sure that you are practicing all these locations exactly. Okay, so moving on to next one. So this is answer for this one: alpha cell glucagon, beta cell insulin. Glucagon increases the blood sugar level, insulin decreases the blood sugar level. Pancreas is exocrine plant which produces the digestive juice, and endocrine part when we mention, so it produces a hormone. Okay, so that is why we can also call it as exoendocrine gland, heterocrine gland, mixocrine gland as well. Okay, so now insulin is chemically a protein. Okay, so if it is taken orally, needs to be digested by the protein digestive enzymes. Okay, so it is injected into the body to increase its effect. So not given into the mouth, but instead it is given into the muscles, okay, or into the body, so that the effect will be more, digestion is not occurring. Okay, so now it is located below the stomach. So here they have asked what is the pancreas, where is the pancreas located. So this is not from the selena anyway. So this statement which is mentioned here, so this is not from the selena. So make sure that you are looking at the exact location for the selena textbook. Okay, so it is located below the stomach in the abdominal cavity. So moving on to next question. Any doubts you have? Is this mentioned in your book, that is across the belly? So across the belly of the body, I don't think so. So you need to write the exact location there. Okay, so whatever is given in your textbook, so make sure that you write the same exact one. Okay, so now given diagram is the outline of the human body showing the important diagram. So 1 to 5 you need to label. So this you have already done: pituitary, then this one is thyroid, this one is the pancreas, then you can see there is a adrenal gland. So here testis in male is given, so this one can be ovary in case of female. Okay, so ovary in case of female also produces a hormone. Okay, so now given diagram is the outline. So 1 to 5 anyway it is labeled. Name the hormone secreted by 2. So it is same thing again. So thyroxine is being secreted. Name the endocrine cell present in part 3. So what is that endocrine part? So it is the islets of Langerhans. Okay, so this is basically islets of Langerhans is the one which is actually producing a hormone in order to maintain the processes of the body. Okay, so now name the hormone secreted by part 4. So this is with respect to adrenal gland if you are mentioning. So there is a cortical hormone, then there is a formation of adrenaline hormone. So you can write any of them. So since they have not specifically asked whether it is from a cortex region or a medulla region, so if you are writing from the medulla region also, it is fine. So name the hormone secreted by part 4. So it is basically the adrenaline. So give one important function of this hormone. So the emergency. Okay, so that can you be written. So adrenaline, so it influences the carbohydrate metabolism that helps the body to adapt to different influences and prepares the body to face a emergency condition or a situation. Let's have a look at this one. Okay, so given diagram. Yes, Abhishek, any doubt? Hi Abhishek, good evening. Okay, Ridhima also has joined. I did not notice that. Rajat has joined and all of you have given the answer as adrenaline. Yes, very good. So cortical hormone is also produced because they are not specific. You can write the cortical hormone or maybe you can write the adrenal medulla hormone itself. Okay. Alright. So no doubt. Okay. So we will continue with this. Okay, so now given diagram is a part of a human body showing some structures in ventral and a dorsal side. So now this is towards the ventral side, back side it is a dorsal side, okay, or a dorsal view. Now label the parts numbered 1 to 5. So pituitary, thyroid, then fourth one is basically ovary. Fifth one is again, here I think they have given the pancreas itself. So this is the one, so that is, the adrenal gland, okay, so which is there on the kidney. Okay, so let's have a look at this one. Pituitary gland, thyroid, pancreas, ovaries and the adrenal gland. Okay, so distinguish between endocrine and exocrine gland. Any of you? What is the distinguishing between features between the exocrine and endocrine gland? Excuse me, today I have a lot of cold. Okay, so endocrines are ductless gland and exocrines are with the ducts. Yes, very good. So let's have a look at the ones they have mentioned. So these are ductless glands. So this is the first point. Rajat said. Okay, so these are the ductless ones. Okay, whereas the exocrine is with the duct. Okay, so now these are going to secrete a hormone. So this will secrete an enzyme or maybe certain other substances as well. Now they are responsible for chemical coordination and control the body activity. So here in this case they alter the rate of chemical reaction in the body. So depending on the type of enzyme that is there, okay, so they'll either fasten the rate of metabolism or it can decrease also. Here these are responsible for chemical coordination, so there is no requirement as such. So coordination between the hormones, coordination through the blood is the one which is making this particular endocrine glands to work well. Okay, all right. Yes, that's right. Okay, so ductless glands are endocrine glands. Yes, so ductless. Yes, that's right. Okay, so now part 3, what was the question? Which part is a mixed gland? Which is that mixed gland? Why do we call it as a mixed gland? Okay, so mixed gland is basically a pancreas itself. Okay, so this is a mixed gland having the exocrine part as well as a endocrine part. Okay, so now name the hormone which what hormone does part 4 secrete? So anyway, this you need not know because this is not there for your syllabus. Okay, so since they have removed the reproductive chapter, so just know that the sex hormones are being produced like progesterone, estrogen and relaxin. Okay, so next question, name the part that corresponds to part 4 in case of female. So it is the ovary. So the part is called as a ovary there. Okay, okay, so let's have a look at the other one. So one second. Okay, one second. I did not give this one, right? Yes, so this question is not given yet. Yes, So now you can have a look at this one. Given diagram is the outline of the human body. So they have already given the outline. Okay. So redraw the same and then place the following organs in their correct position and logic them. So where is thyroid gland? So thyroid gland you can find here in the neck region. Okay. So windpipe you can find below in continuation. You can find a windpipe there. Okay. So diaphragm, where do you find? So diaphragm you can find it here, that is separating the upper abdominal cavity, the chest cavity and the abdominal cavity. Okay. So right and the left kidney, so this is on the back side. You can see there is a positioning of the kidney that can be done. So this is on the back side. Okay. So kidney is placed. This is, I think I'll just change it a bit. Yeah, this is the one. So here you can see a kidney which is there. Okay. So next, adrenal gland. So where do you find the adrenal gland? So there is a cap like structure which is present on the kidney. So that is the adrenal gland. So name the hormone produced by the thyroid gland and state its function. So that is thyroxine. Okay. So thyroxine is the hormone and function is basal metabolism. Okay. So that is looking at the different ones. Okay. On top of two kidneys is the yes, so that is the adrenal gland. Yes. So below pharynx you can find the thyroid gland there. All right. Yes. So that's right. Okay, so now what would a child suffer from if there was a hyposecretion of this gland? So we have already discussed. So it is a cretinism. Okay, so next one is, what role does the diaphragm play in inspiration of air? Explain briefly. You remember this? You had studied this one in class 9. Okay, so intercostal muscles are going to contract. So let's say this is a rib cage now. Okay, so here is the rib cage which is there. Okay, and this one is rib cage and the diaphragm is over here. So they are attached. So now attachment is done with the phrenic muscle. Here there are intercostal muscles that you can find. Okay, so these are intercostal muscles now. Okay, so as there is contraction we can see with respect to this phrenic muscle and intercostal muscle. So this rib is going to move up and out. Okay, so this rib will move up and out and this diaphragm is going to get flatter. So you can see that volume is increased as compared to the previous one. So increase in volume will make the pressure fall. Okay, so volume increases there, the pressure is falling. So with respect to that, what will happen? So outside, okay, so that is here the environment. So there is a higher pressured area, that is air which is there. So that will be under higher pressure. So now according to the diffusion, what will happen? The air will move from high concentrated or high pressure area to less pressure area, and this is now for a inhalation. So reverse we can see with respect to exhalation. Okay, so that means now this is the expanded form. Okay, so this one is expanded form, that is volume is high. So now it will get back to the normal condition. So diaphragm is going to dome shape, then as usual, so these are there as such. So there is a cage formation, so rib cage formation is there. Okay, so that is getting back to the normal condition. Just a second. Okay, so now so this is done. So let's have a look at. So during inhalation, the diaphragm flattens and the volume of thoracic cavity increases. During exhalation, the diaphragm becomes dome shaped. So this is going to get a dome shaped, thus decreasing the volume of the thoracic cavity. Okay, so we are done with this. Okay, so any doubts you have, you can ask. Okay, so this was the last question which was there. So this was actually from the previous one, class 9, but since they are asking about the inspiration and exhalation here, so usually they won't ask such questions which are from the previous one, like previous year. but even if they are asking, so it is basically they'll make sure that you have idea about some or the other terminology or the process which is occurring. Okay, so this is the one. So let's have a look at. So before I end the session, let me just say about this. Okay. Okay, so there is a gladiators batch. So this is an ongoing batch. Okay, so start date is 6th of April itself. So you can watch all of these sessions. You know, these are the plus classes. If you are planning to take the subscription, you can use my code VANIYT. Okay, so with this referral code, you will be getting 10% discount on the subscription. Okay, also there is a champions patch. The mode of delivery also here is English. Okay, so again here also you can have access once you take the subscription. Now Unacademy batches, so this is a Titans batch. So it is starting from 13th of April. That means it has already started since today is 16th, but only one or two classes are done. So again you have an option to watch the recordings also. Okay, so if you are planning to take the subscription, you can go with the referral code VANIYT to get 10% discount. You can watch the live sessions that are happening, and yet you can even watch the recordings that are available. So it is like, you know, you are, even though you are not able to attend the class on that day, so you are not missing out on anything because there is always a recording that is available. Okay, so this is about the orientation sessions that we are conducting. So tomorrow is, it is the last one. So when you download and you know, when you start start downloading this Unacademy Learner app, and you can start attending this orientation session. So it is basically tomorrow April 17th at 2:45 p.m. So there is maths orientation session. So if you are, so they'll be conducting a quiz. So if you are top 3 winner, okay, so that is basically on the leaderboard, the result. So in that case, you will get a Amazon voucher which is worth rupees 500. Okay, so this you will get by 18th, and so they'll at least send you information about the 18th. So if you are planning, so you can take up these orientation sessions which are, you know, helpful, and you will be getting Amazon vouchers if you are on top 3. Okay, so also introducing community. Yes, thank you Ridhima, thank you Akshay. Okay, so thank you Rajat. Alright, so introducing community. So never miss on any update from your favorite educator. Get sessions, notes and practice material. Okay, share your feedback directly with the educator via poll. So you can find the community link of mine, so below in the description. Okay, so there is a Bucks Bounty also. This is opportunity for all learners to report any inappropriate content in the video. Be the first one to report a particular issue to claim your prize. Then report any inappropriate content using the form in the description. So if you find anything that is inappropriate, so you can report it there. Okay, thank you Advitya. Okay, thank you so much. Alright, so how you can watch my special classes? All you need to do is download the Unacademy Learner app. Okay, so once you download, click on get started. Okay, then you can enter your mobile number and the OTP there. Okay, and you can sign up using your email ID. Alright, so you can, you know, you will find two categories. One is competitive exam category, and one is with like, you know, class 6 to 12. Okay, so now depending on which class you are, so here anyway it is written CBSE, but yes, ICSE category also is available. So you can choose this category, ICSE class 9, 10, or maybe ISE 11, 1 and 2. 11 and 12. Okay, so you can go for any of the preparation that you are preparing for, and you know, you can select the language of your preference, so English or maybe Hindi or a English, depending on your language of preference. Okay, so then submit next, so that you will be following the guidelines, so you can start attending the classes. So go to the description of this video and click on the special class link, click on notify me, and you will get notified about the class 10 minutes before the class begins. Also you can use my code to unlock. So what is that code? VANIYT. So many of the free products that are available on Unacademy, so you can use this particular free products to unlock. So you can use this VANIYT to unlock the free session. Okay, so download the Unacademy Learners app now and try all of these features for free. Okay, so thank you all, see you all in the next session. So click on bell icon to get notified about the classes, about the before the class starts. Subscribe to our channel, that is Unacademy, ICSE and ISC boards. Like and share the video with your friends. Okay, and also download the Unacademy Learners app. So PDF I can send it on my Telegram group. So Telegram group is Vani Kari ICSE Class 9 and 10. Okay, so this is my Telegram group. So you can join the Telegram group for updates, or for the notes. So this PPT I can send it there. So this is in the form of PDF, I can send it there. Okay, so you can join this Telegram. Okay, so see you all in the next session. Bye bye everyone, thank you so much. Okay, bye bye.